Good day, everybody. Before I start, I'd like to say rest in peace to a younger brother, Sam. I think he's in his 30s. We grew up in the neighborhood together, and he got passed away the other day. He got unfortunately shot in the neighborhood, and that's a big loss to the neighborhood. Shout out to his mother, his younger brother, Junior, and Zandra. So we're gonna miss you, and really hope these bandits get caught or get what's coming to them. And that's what I have to say. What goes around comes around this universe. So, in saying that, thank you for joining me on my show, The Reality of Things, where the reality is hidden in the realm of the unseen. Press that like button, that subscribe button, and leave a comment if you wish or you dare. Today we're going to be talking about Enemy of the State. Enemy of the State was a movie by Will Smith and Gene Hackman, and basically showing you how the system spies on you. But it's not only about spying. The system identifies people who are going to be the enemies of the state, the people who are going to be talking reality, the people who are going to be talking truth in this day and time. It's designed to pick up who the troublemakers are going to be. And that starts off at a young age, actually. When I was younger, I was just as smart as anybody else, but they put you in special ed. And everybody who I was around in special ed, I was like, we ran to school. Like, we literally ran to school. I was like, why are we here? Like, we're not dumb. We could write, read. No. Oh, Roger, you're hyperactive. Okay, I get it. But why does that mean I have to be here? See, they didn't want to deal with the hyperactiveness, so they just used it as an excuse to put me there. But it was no. Because I was the type of guy that be asking questions at a young age, and people ask the question. I'll just stand, but I'm like, okay, I asked the question. Because I was fearless. I'd be asking the question like, why is Jesus white? When I was younger, they made me Baba Black Sheep. That was funny, but I was already identified as the enemy of the state. I'm trying to say to you? The same way when an athlete or somebody has a special gift is identified, right? They put you in a special school like that. That's what ends up happening. They start to groom you to get you away of anything that's productive. Because if you become something that's productive, you're going to be an enemy of the state. Clearly, I was one of them. And there's a lot of people who are enemies of the state. Right? Nuben Menkarez is an enemy of the state. Dr. York was clearly an enemy of the state. Elijah Muhammad was the enemy of the state. Marcus Garvey was the enemy of the state. Right? These are enemies of the state. When I don't say certain people's names in my show, on my blog, it's because they weren't enemies of the state. They helped the state. Right? It's just that simple. They helped the state. Now, in this day and time, people who are enemies of the state are like people. Here we go again. The shows, the TV shows, the analogies. Sorry. When I was younger, I watched a TV show called V, and it was about these reptilians that came down from space and they inhabited planet Earth, but nobody really knew who they were. I think it was a guy. The resistance leader I think his name was Michael. I think it was. Can't remember enough, but he started to find out what's going on. And the evil Queen Elizabeth was really a reptilian. He caught her eating a mouse, and they classified those people as the resistance. Well, those people were just nothing but enemies of the state. You follow? Why am I saying that? I'm saying that to say this, because the people who are resisting the lockdowns, the vaccine mandates, the passports, these are enemies of the state. These are the resistance. There's many different enemies of the state, many different resistant fighters, be it on blogs, TVs, marching for the lockdowns or freedoms. And I'm trying to say to you, there's a lot of people who are trying to expose what's going on right now. This is not a lost cause, people. This is meant to happen. The enemies of the states know who they are. They know who we are. There's no sense in hiding. Oh, the electronics, the privacy. Nothing is private. Stop it. I was just watching this guy. I forget his name. I think they end up killing him. Some Caucasian man. I forget his name. Sorry. But they end up killing him. He was telling you it's knowledge. It's the same thing Edward Snowden was saying. It's not, privacy is not private. Especially on these social media platforms. industries, especially on these social media platforms. Why would you expect it to be free? If I'm watching pornos on my phone, do you think I know that people are not watching me watch the porno? Like, damn, Ultrastand, you're a freak. Why are you watching that porno? It's like, fuck, I like watching pornos. All right? Are you following what I'm trying to say to you? Yeah, I do have a woman, but sometimes you know how it goes, the freaky shit. But anyways, no, seriously, real talk. If you have I'm a real speaker, so people start saying, "Oh, you're a freak. Why you talk like that?" Because I'm a real person. I'm not scared. I'm unfiltered. There's nothing that's gonna be coming up on me later on and be like, "Oh, were you this? Were you like that?" No. Everybody always knows I like older women, milfs. Yeah, I'm in a long-term relationship. I'm just talking about my preference if I was free or whatever like that. I don't like, what I say to you? You're never going to get no stories of me being gay or going this way like that. Because, no, sorry. Don't try to get me caught up with that. Because I always like to get the so-called bronze man caught up with sexual exploits and say, oh, look at that. Same thing to Elijah Muhammad and, what's his name? Kobe Bryant and Mike Tyson. It's on and on. Right? We are all enemies of the state. What's that called? That group, State Properties, either get down or lay down. Remember, they had that slogan. That's how the New World Order sees it. Either get down or lay down with us, or you're going to be an enemy of the state. Just like Rebel News. That's a great news station. If you guys don't know about it, go check out Rebel News. They bring the other side of the news that the other people are not talking about. They're not paid, they're not sponsored by anybody other Trudeau government. Straight out of the pockets of the citizens, right? So we're all enemies of the state in different ways. You see, I agree with Chris Rock. They asked him, like, what's your politics? He goes, well, you can't be liberal about everything. You can't be conservative about everything. And in saying that, I thought to myself, Max Bernier's banners are purple. What do you get when you get red and blue? You get purple. And that's a prime example of, he should exploit that. I'm just thinking about that, I combine liberalism and conservatism, just like Chris Rock said. You can't be one or the other, you can be combined. And those colors make purple. And he has a good platform, I'm trying to say to you. So, like I said, go check him out. And even those guys out west, they have a party out west. I forget what it's called. Everything's coming so fast right now. But we're all enemies of the state right now. We're all in this fight together. Like I said, we're living in the best time of the planet right now. People waited a long time for this time to come. The clash between good and evil, you're seeing it right now. You're seeing who's the enemies of the state, us. And I say when we're enemies of the state, I say that proudly. Because we're really doing something to better the state of mind of people, the state of the poorness with people, the state of the housing crisis with people. Yes, we want to improve the state of our health, the state of the welfare of our families together. What's wrong with improving the state? But we don't want to be improving this state of what? Lockdowns, vaccine mandates, family against family with this vaccine jab. It's getting to almost ridiculous. How much more divide and conquer do you want? Join the resistance. Join the resistance. Join the resistance. I'm talking like it's a radio broadcast in the movie, in that TV show B and the Underground, remember? Just talking on the radio. People, we're living the best time. We have to fight back. There's nothing else you could do. Stop hiding. Stop dodging. Stop. You can't be bobbing and weaving forever, right? So once again, be the enemy of the state. Resist. 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 And shout out to Sam once again. We miss you. And I love y'all. Ultrastand Pheonix out. One love.